Star Wars is back. Hey guys, Anthony here with Geek Domination, and I saw The Force Awakens this weekend. Actually, just literally last night and again this morning. I've seen it twice already. So I just wanted to give you my quick thoughts on the movie. There will be no spoilers here, don't worry your heads. If you haven't seen the movie yet, feel free to watch this as I will spoil nothing of the movie for you. Just my overall impressions, what things were really, really great, and maybe some things that could have been improved on. Quick thoughts, no story context or details here. I'm not going to even give you what I think of the characters. I'm just going to say which actors did really well or not. So, first things first. The Force Awakens is a cinematic masterpiece. J.J. Abrams did an incredible job at conveying what was meant to be conveyed in every single shot of this movie. I cannot stress it enough how great it is to see someone with that eye for the cinema attack a Star Wars film. And not that that wasn't done before, but in this new world where we have special effects, we don't have Lucas just focusing on that. We have attention to detail, to characters, to story, drama, and emotion that was missing in the prequels for a lot of us fans. And I'm happy to say JJ conveyed these things incredibly. Cinematically, there's so much symbolism and emotion that's conveyed to you by the way he shot it. And it's just incredible. Which also leads me to special effects. Amazing. Special effects were incredible in this movie, and it's awesome to see real X-Wings in one point and then see them fly into like a really huge action set piece later, and it looks real to you. It doesn't look like it's CGI or that it's hokey. It has this realism that the prequels just didn't have at all. It was lacking, it was gone, and it's back again. It's back again. It's so nice. The special effects were great. The actors in the film, the old cast, let's start there. Old cast was great. They were serviceable. Hell, that's not even doing them justice. They were great. It's Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, and Harrison Ford. How can you not love them and what they're doing here? They are their characters, just a little bit older, and it is great to see them back again. That said, the new cast brings it to a level that I would not have thought possible. I think the new actors and actresses here did an astounding job at what they were working with here. The lines, if you would have taken someone, say like a Hayden Christensen in the past, to deliver things that, for example, maybe Adam Driver, the lines that are there, if they weren't given an actor's touch or a sense of real emotion and depth, you would not have gotten the same feeling conveyed that JJ and all of the new cast accomplishes in this movie. You are just engrossed in the moment and the scenes and what they're saying and doing, even if they have a really hokey like humor line. Yeah, there's some one-liners here. Maybe they're a little cheesy after like once in a while, but they hit at your nostalgia heartstrings so well. And the actors really do their best to make sure it does not come off hokey at all. And I'm happy to say, for me, it worked well. I loved it all. I loved all of the writing too. It just, Kasdan was incredible. And the way he worked with the actors and JJ just really, really, really worked well. And I want to give a special shout out to 3 actors in particular for me. Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley, John Boyega. Incredible. I loved every single one of them. And special shout out to Boyega because, oh my God, the way he acts in this film is kind of like how I would act if I was thrown into the Star Wars universe. It felt like, as a fan, I was living vicariously through his character, which adds just another level of enjoyment and dimension to this film experience for me. I loved it. I loved him so much. I was shocked how much I loved him. A little shout out to Domhnall Gleeson. Domhnall Gleeson was great. Oh my god. The negatives of the film. There are a few. 1. Pacing. There are moments where, not that I was getting bored or I was taken out of the movie, but there are things that I saw coming from a mile away. For good or bad. I mean, it's a small criticism. Please take that as you may. It was a very small criticism for the pacing. However, due to the story that they did and what they wanted to do with this film, its plot is very similar to another movie in the franchise, and it's really obvious. It's really obviously so. So, as someone who's been a Star Wars fan and who's loved those movies, you can see what movie this is from a mile away, which also leads you to moments that you can see coming from a mile away, as it's been retread and done before. A very small criticism, as if you're going to take anything out of the original trilogy and do it again, fine, be it, do it. I'm totally fine with it. It's a small gripe. This movie has an incredible hype level that I think many fans are not going to quite reach. It was tremendous. To say that this is a cultural defining film is almost an understatement. Generations of fans have adored the original trilogy and are coming back together to watch this movie again. The media, the campaign that they had for their commercial and advertisements has been through the wazoo and has reached a level that we haven't seen in the longest time. And while you are excited, that excitement might give you a blindness to how good the film is. I'll be honest, after my first viewing, I was underwhelmed. When I saw it the second time, however, and every once in a while, because I saw it with my brother, I would look to him and see his reactions at what was going on in the film, and it reminded me just how wonderful it is. Like, the sense of wonder is back, but it's being given to you in a retreaded format, and your hype might give it this expectation of what you wanted it to be, and it won't ever be that thing. It probably will never be that thing. We'll see in hindsight if the trilogy altogether, 7, 8, and 9, once they're finished, give it another dimension and appreciation for this film, as did 4, 5, and 6 did. We'll have to reserve judgment on that. However, please just walk in and just say, okay, I want to watch a fun movie, because this movie is so much fun. It is joyous, and that is its greatest asset. The biggest negative, however, that I can say as a Star Wars fan is, as a John Williams score, again, it does have a level of anticipation and excitement that maybe is impossible to reach, but it's John freaking Williams, and the soundtrack here, it isn't as wonderful or grandiose, even as the prequel trilogy. The prequel trilogy, one of the best things in my opinion was John Williams' score for each one of those films. He had done things with each of those movies that he maybe hadn't really done with 4, 5, and 6, and it felt new and it felt different. And a lot of those soundtracks and the movements through the themes that he develops for characters and events have a really grandiose feel to them. Same with 4, 5, and 6. In this movie, it's not as much. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that a lot of the music is being reused from original themes that he's done before. It's to be a little expected, but even the new music doesn't live up fully, for me, to that high bar of excellence that we had for 1 through 6. I never had in my mind a moment that was ingrained because of the soundtrack. It's ingrained in my mind, those moments, because of the way JJ shot them and the actors portraying the events on screen for us. It's not the soundtrack. For better or for worse, it's a little sad. It's a little upsetting. But again, it's Star Wars, guys. It's Star Wars. I am so happy to say that this is Star Wars back again. For people who don't want, ooh, Misa poopy, that's gone. You're not going to have any of that crazy fart joke, stupid baby nonsense in here. This is a movie for not only kids that can get into it, but for adults of the franchise as well, that can get that extra layer of emotion and depth that kids might miss out on. And kids are just going to love what they're seeing anyway because it's freaking X-Wing and TIE Fighters going on the screen. How do you not love that? And BB-8's great, and it's just, everything is so great. It's back, guys. It's back. And that is the best thing I can say for the film. JJ, you did it. You did it. Same thing with Kasdan. Same thing with the original cast. The new cast. The thousands of random actors involved with this film. The fans that helped bring it to what it is. It's just... This movie is for everyone. And it's so great that it is. I have no one that I wouldn't recommend this film to. This is a movie for everyone. And that's the greatness of Star Wars. For the super fans, you can get into the lore, you can see that next dimension, and there are a lot of things in this movie that as big fans, you're gonna get excited for, and question, and debate, and that's exciting. But for the people that aren't into that just want a great movie with great characters, great development, and this sense of wonder and awe, it's there. It's there for you. And bravo to everyone on this film. As a fan, I'm astounded and I'm happy. I'm really, really happy, guys. So, should you see the film? Yeah, you should go see the movie. Go see it right now. This film is for theaters. You can see it on the small screen too. I'm sure that won't terribly affect it, but there's another level. The excitement you get from the crowd reacting to the events on screen. The big screen where you can see the TIE Fighters and X-Wings going out in a spectacle that you will only get in a Star Wars film. It's a special, special experience. So go to the theaters this weekend. Go watch it. I don't even care if you have to buy tickets early, bright on the dusk of morning or 11 o'clock at night. Either way, you're going to want to love this film. It's a great movie for everyone. See it however you can. And even 3D, shockingly, for someone who doesn't like 3D like me, I have to admit, I enjoyed it. 3D wasn't bad for me. They didn't do any of the nonsense, at the camera. It was just literally giving, scenes an extra dimension. And it was a blast to watch. So until I do the spoiler review, later after this weekend, don't worry, I won't post it until you've gotten a chance. May the Force be with you.